Steve Robbins here. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. When you make a request, you want the person you're asking to say yes. Of course, you have to ask in the first place. But some ways of asking work better than others. My pal Bernice asked me to review the business book she's writing. It's called From Mulch to Multinational. It's about her plant store's phenomenal success. She sent me a one-line email saying, "Stever, I love you. You're my BFF forever. Now, please help me promote my book." Sweet, but utterly ineffective. Remember my episode on how to say an honest no? No? Well, that's honest. Go check it out now. There is a link in this episode's transcript. I used my own lesson, and I told Bernice that I just didn't have time. So she called in the big guns. Europa, our former pop star turned secret economic overlord of the Eastern Bloc, put her assistant Caitlin on the task. As everyone knows, it's the assistants who actually get things done. Caitlin resent Bernice's request, and I said yes before I knew what hit me. When my head cleared, I rushed to Caitlin, and I asked her, "How do you make a request that works so unbelievably well?" Here is what she told me. The first step, Caitlin points out, is making your request specific. People only have 2.6 seconds to read and understand your message. "Please help me promote my book" is too vague. Promote it how? On your podcast, on Twitter, on Facebook? By pitching it to network TV? A vague request got a vague response. Silence. A better request would be, "Please mention my book on your podcast and arrange an interview with Oprah this week." Fortunately, Bernice didn't ask that. So, next time Oprah and I have brunch, I won't have to be that guy. I hate being that guy who's always asking for a favor. Clarify the timeline when you create a request. When arranging a hostile takeover against an army of programmed trading machines on the stock exchange, Caitlin points out that timing is crucial. That's also true of requests. "Please arrange an Oprah interview this week" could mean any time between now and Friday, Saturday at midnight, Sunday. Specify the day and the time of day when you need the request. "Please arrange an Oprah interview by Friday at noon, Pacific time." That request makes the deadline clear. When Oprah hears it, I'm sure she'll be extra motivated to arrange an interview in a timely fashion. Specify the effort required by your request. Fulfilling requests does take effort. If the person she's asking thinks it will be too much work, they might say no, and then Caitlin would have to drop back to plan B. Caitlin is a professional. She never drops back to plan B. So she includes an estimate of effort with her requests. Including a time limit and effort estimate lets people adjust their work levels accordingly. "Could you please spend 10 minutes trying to get an appointment with Oprah's booker?" Makes it clear that you're not asking your friend for a 6-month-long PR campaign, just a phone call. By capping the commitment that you're asking for, your requestee will find it even easier to say yes. Include background material. Yes is also easier if someone doesn't have to search for background material. Bernice seems to expect me to magically read her new book, and that requires a trip to the bookstore. Caitlin included a copy of the book with her request. By including the necessary background material, you make it super easy for your respondent to take action. Also, giving a free book activates hardwired psychological impulses that turn your recipient into a zombified book-promoting slave. It's called the reciprocity principle, and you can find out about it in the book Influence by Robert Cialdini. There is a link in this episode's transcript. Caitlin goes one step further, though. She realizes that I won't have the time to read the whole book. So she not only includes the book in her request, but she helpfully includes a table of contents and a 2-page synopsis. She knows I only have time to skim, and she makes it super easy for me. So easy, I feel compelled to respond. Finally, being the unbelievably competent executive assistant she is, Caitlin actually does as much of the work as possible. If she wants a book review, she includes a sample review, which I can use as a starting point. It saves me effort, and it gives Caitlin the chance to suggest the specific talking points that she wants in the review. Right, of course, my response was, "Just use the draft review you sent me, it looks good." Everyone wins. Now, for super overwhelmed people, if she's asking for information, Caitlin gives them a multiple choice, so they only have to reply with a single letter. Can you call Oprah's booker on Bernice's behalf? A, yes. B, no. C, it's complicated. Call me to discuss. That takes all the pressure off the recipient even to compose a response, and by including no as one of the choices, the recipient feels that their boundaries are being honored, so they're more likely to say yes. Human beings are nothing if not irrational. Take it from Caitlin and make a request that works. Be specific about what you want, give your requestee a time limit and tell them how much effort it will or won't take, and give them all the background material. If possible, even do the work for them. Give them multiple choice options. It's more work for you up front, but it makes it much more likely that you'll get a yes that you want. I wonder if Europa would let Caitlin work for me. I guess I can always make a request. This is Steve Robbins. You can find this episode's transcript with links to Influence by Robert Cialdini and How to Say an Honest No podcast episode at getitdone.quickanddirtytips.com. I'm a professional problem solver for personal and organizational problems. Check out a free copy of the webinar that I gave to Harvard Business School's Alumni Association, Living an Extraordinary Life. Just visit steverrobbins.com/LEL. That's steverrobbins.com/LEL. Work less, do more, and have a great life.